The Departments of Communication and Social Development have expressed regret over grant payment issues.
The Communications Minister Mondli Gungubele says that payment challenges were a result of technical glitches from the Postbank systems. He says government has intervened to prevent a livelihood disaster.
Last week, thousands of social grant beneficiaries were left stranded after their funds were inaccessible.
The Department of Communication and Digital Technologies and Social Development, the agencies, the Postbank, the South African Post Office, and South African Social Security Agency, which is commonly referred to as SASSA, extend their sincerest apologies to social grant beneficiaries who have encountered difficulties accessing their grants this past week. The two departments and their agencies share the pain of beneficiaries, and in this case, the elderly and person with disabilities who solely depend on the provisions for their daily livelihoods. As ministers and the two shareholder representatives of the entities, we have seen the need to take the nation into confidence about the root causes of the recent challenges that have affected the social grants payments during the month of September 2023.
Well, Nqobile Madlala was at that briefing. She joins us now. Nqobile, over the last 48 hours, really, since with the resignation of the chairperson of the Postbank board and some of the non-executive directors, it really has been a bit of a back and forth between the Departments of Communication, Social Development and the Postbank around who should take responsibility, culpability for this problem.
Well, definitely a lot of blame. I mean, we've heard from the minister, they're saying that this is a glitch. This is why the 600,000 people were affected. And they're saying they're on top of it. I mean, when we were hearing from the Postbank, the CEO was saying that this is called something called false honor, which basically means that the system reads the money as if it's not there. So it basically sort of reverses, but it's there. So they've said that now they've gone on and helped over 90% of those people that haven't gotten the money. But of course, the question still remains who to blame for this. And this is what the minister was saying, that based on the reports that they have received in the past before he was in that position, and based on the fact that this happened in full view of the board members, they are worried about what was happening there, and therefore they've now sacked all these shareholders. But they're saying that the shareholders had decided then to resign because they knew that he was now evoking this section, but it didn't stop him from going to the AGM and affirming his position that the board must go because all of this has happened in front of them.
What about the allegations made by the board members, at least those that resigned before they were fired, about interference by the minister, the fact that he is hostile towards them?
Well, the minister did say that the reason why he went down was based on the different reports. So he says his interference in this sense was based on the fact that there are reports that were there before him, which is what he was basically following up on. But he did cite that there were governmental issues that were taking place within the board. But what is even interesting is that he's saying that they've now already sent out an invitation basically to sort of start looking into the new board. They're saying that in a month's time, they're hoping to find a new board that's going to take over.
Did the minister give reasons for why he didn't respond to the correspondence by, again, the now fired board? Because in their letter, it's very clearly stated that they had written to the minister quite a number of times raising concerns about the technical issues that have resulted in this crisis.
Well, not really. They didn't actually get into that. But we did hear when the social development minister spoke about the fact that these issues are issues that always come to light when you're doing things like an upgrade. They're saying that technology can't always be 100%, that there are a lot of things that take place, but they just want to make sure that it doesn't happen again. In fact, even the Postbank came out and said that they can't tell the people that it will never happen again, but they can say that they've got 99% on it and that they're working on it. But in the meantime, they won't be reimbursing anyone with any money that they have used. They know that it's difficult, but they're saying that the system itself is also struggling at this point because there are so many people that are trying to sort of take advantage of this position where they say that they have not received the money when they have. So they're still dealing with the system itself, but they're saying that they're working on it and it needs to be updated. I mean, if you speak to the minister, he says Postbank is the bank of the future, and so that's what they're working towards. And he feels that the shareholders that were there are good in what they do, but they could be good somewhere else, and they need people that they can hold accountable to ensure that this bank goes forward.
All right, a bank of the future that seemingly needs to begin with getting the basics right.